Hey guys, it's me, Michael Gibbons, and I'm too lazy to. I was too lazy to record this video on while standing up, so I'm lying down because it's like 10 something in the morning, and I'm not in the mood to sit up. But I'm here to react to a turns out Logan Paul is back, and he has made a video. I'm guessing as a redemption for what he's done. You probably know. But let's not talk anymore. Let's just get on it.
For
He's in
40
San
minutes,
Francisco.
crying like a baby. Bikers, joggers, tourists, runners, they went by me. Police officers searching for suicidal people went by me twice. I'm standing at the ledge, leaning over the rail with tears flowing down to the waters. And I thought to myself, absolutely nobody cares. And then the voice in my head said, jump now, and I did. And the millisecond that my hands cleared the rail and my legs flew over it was an instant regret. The depression was wiped from my mind, and all I wanted to do was live, and I thought it's too late.
Kevin Hines was 19 when he jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. He is one of the many incredible people that I've been grateful to meet over the past 3 weeks as I aim to further understand the complexities surrounding suicide. And I know I've made mistakes. I know I've let people down. But what happens when you're given an opportunity to help make a difference in the world?
The backlash against the social media star,
Very popular guy called
Logan Paul, is in some hot
He's
water.
a complete and utter insensitive idiot.
Taking a break from daily vlogging.
Even he says his latest content was his biggest mistake.
I want to apologize to the victim and his family. It's time to learn from the past as I get better and grow as a human being. I'm here to have a hard conversation so that those who are suffering can have easier ones. So I've never been so humbled in my life by a single event where you kind of...
I was like, geez, man. I mean, I know what he did was insensitive, but man, I think a lot of people were really harsh on him, man. I mean, I don't think he really meant to do what he did. I think he was just, he was just in a lot of shocked in the moment, he's kind of lost for words, like the way I'm speaking right now. It's like, honestly, I leave a lot of pauses. I gotta cut that out, man. But I think a lot of people are being a little harsh on him. He didn't even. I mean, I know what he did was bad and all, but some people calling him an idiot. And people I've watched a lot of videos on him. I mean, other people's opinions of what he said, and stuff they said is really I mean, Jesus, man. But the thing about it is, when a person does something bad, everybody immediately just gangs up on them and just keeps throwing hate at them. It's like we're a magnet for hate. It's like we just like seeing the worst in people, and we want to bring it out and expose them. It's really some evil stuff right there.
Shocked by it?
I was shocked to discover just how big this is.
You've never known anybody that killed themselves?
No one. That was part of the problem. It's just my ignorance on the subject.
But in Ohio, where you come from, it's the second leading cause of death.
And I know while I'm not able to solve the problem by myself, I want to be a part of the solution. And that solution began across the country in New York City. We sat down with Dr. John Draper, director of the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline.
We have to change the conversation publicly from just focusing on suicide and how something bad is happening and say, well, what do we do about it? Help people understand
that the first thing they need to do is reach out and talk to somebody when they're feeling in despair. Because you're not alone with it anymore. They've done studies with people who are experiencing any kind of pain, including hanging off a cliff. You can hold on a lot longer if somebody is right there with you.
I think as a society, as human beings, we just have to be more compassionate. And that includes me too. That's something I'm learning along this journey. And something else that Dr. Draper told me were the 5 steps that anyone can take to help prevent suicide. Step 1 is simply just ask. Ask yourself, ask others, are you thinking about suicide? And I know that sounds like a daunting question, but literally that question can save lives. And step 2, accordingly, would be just to listen. Be present. Don't make any judgments. And then step 3 would be there for them, even after you've already asked, because dependability is key. Step 4 is then help them connect, whether it's with a friend, a family member, a local suicide hotline, therapist, but help them reach out to someone so they don't have to deal with this alone. Lastly, step 5 is just check in on them, show them that you care, call them up, say, hey, I want to make sure you're okay. Can I check in with you over the next few days?
So one of the things that is so important about reducing stigma is getting stories out there about people positively coping with suicide.
Do you guys know anyone I could talk to with the lived experience of suicide?
Absolutely. We have quite a number of people that we could refer over to. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And that's how we got introduced to Kevin Hines. 17 years ago, Kevin jumped off of the Golden Gate Bridge and survived.
These are individuals whose stories, when people hear them, they say, you know, maybe I can get through.
How the heck did he survive?
As opposed to hearing stories when people haven't. And those are, unfortunately, those are stories that we've heard before. Now we're hearing more and more stories of people being more open about it. And as I was saying before, Logan, for every 1 person that dies by suicide, there's 287 other people that think seriously about it but don't. Those are stories, again, that have not been told. If we told those stories of people who got through it as opposed to one who didn't, imagine what kind of influence that would have on people's behavior.
When I found out that 1 in 6 high school kids seriously think about suicide, that's stunning.
Yeah.
This is such a common problem.
Logan, all I wanted was for one person to look me in my eyes and say, hey, kid, are you okay? I am so grateful to be alive. And I'm grateful today for every millisecond I get to breathe. Because it was almost all ripped from me by me.
What's one thing you would have said to your younger self? To the Kevin who was 19, sitting on the bus, if you were next to you, and instead of the guy who pointed and laughed, what would you say?
I would just put my hand on the I would just put my hand on my shoulder, and I would just say, I'm here for you. I got you. We need to be a society that comes together for every person in the community that's going through hell. And in order to do that, every person that's going through hell, whatever hell, has to be honest about their pain. And if they're going to be honest about their pain, we are going to collectively answer the call and be there for that individual. Because if you don't see beauty in the next person you meet, you're not looking hard enough.
You're incredible, dude. This is an honor for me.
It's an honor for me too, brother.
From this point on, I want to make an effort to contribute and immerse myself in the conversation, so I'm pledging to donate $1 million to various suicide prevention organizations, with the first $250,000 going immediately to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline so they can increase their capacity to help those in need. For anyone watching, I want you to know you are not alone, and most of the time, crisis passes. So if you or anyone you know feels alone or trapped, I encourage anyone to call or even text a suicide or crisis hotline.
Is true,
Both of those numbers are below, and although this is a tough conversation...
I mean, I think anyone goes through this, feels like at one point in their life where like they feel like they're alone, nobody understands them, nobody can heal their pain, their wounds. They just feel like they just really feel totally down. Like the only solution is to kill yourself. And that's just, and even I felt like that sometimes. I felt like that. And looking back at that right now, I mean, even I'm pretty sure I'm gonna probably feel that like that in some ways in the future, probably, because there's gonna be a lot of ups and downs. But you gotta get through it. You can get through it. You can. you just need a little help. You know, you may think that you're alone, but there's always that one person who can help you, and that one person can make a difference, and that one person can be you too. So, but I think that's great that he's using his riches, his lots of money, and giving it to people, in need. That's really good. I think that's a plus. He's won my heart again. I mean, I was never really mad at him. You know, I mean, he made a mistake. It was stupid. But then again, we all do stupid stuff too. It's just the fact that he's famous that we feel like, oh, you're supposed to be the greatest of all of us. And you failed us. And now you gotta feel the pain. It's just like, it's that kind of negative energy, I think, is what affects people to take that suicidal approach. I just wish people were more caring and more understanding and more forgiving. If a person makes mistakes, this is probably why people are afraid to speak their mind or to accept what they've done is wrong, because they feel that the world will gang up on them, and then it'll make them feel alone. And then they'll take even drasticer approaches, like killing someone, doing drugs, running away, living alone, committing suicide. Don't do it. Don't do it. The world may be really bleak and dark, but it can be really beautiful, You could miss out on a lot. There's a lot of people who really do care about you, even though you don't think so at the moment. They do in time. Even people that you've never met, that you may never know if you do that, You could make so many other friends out there.
It's important because things can and will get better. It's time to start a new chapter in my life as I continue to educate both myself and others on suicide. I'm humbled and thankful to say, this is just the beginning.
I really hope it is. Yeah, man. Never give up, man. I think Logan Paul has been totally redeemed. I think there is no reason for us to talk about this anymore. He's redeemed. I think we've seen a new Logan. I've seen a change in him. He does seem like a different person now. More caring and understanding. And most importantly, more wiser. More wise. Sorry. I got my grammar. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I think this is how I'm going to be making my new reactions. Sometimes. I mean, it's a little hard to do it because I'm laying down right now and I have to turn my head to face this. And my back is feeling really out of place right now. I think I miss sitting up again. Yeah, whatever comfortable state I'm in, I'll do it. But, yeah. So, anyway, have I subscribed to Logan Paul? I don't know. I subscribed to Jake Paul, which is weird. Because one of my friends begged me to it. He wouldn't stop annoying me if I didn't. Wait, he's probably watching this right now. He probably won't know who it is. But yeah, man, 2018, I think we're seeing a good side to it. I'm hopeful for it. I'm really hopeful. I really hope this is a good year, man. One can only hope. I mean, seeing a few bad edges, but I think it might get good with a little bit of help, because like he said, this is the beginning. But yeah, man, till next time, peace.